What's up, everybody? It's Anand again, and I'm super excited today because I'm actually less than 1 week out from my powerlifting competition. In fact, by the time you watch this video, the competition is within 4 days. So it's this Saturday at Santa Cruz Strength, and it's a USAPL meet. And I'm so excited because it's been well over a year since I've competed. But just like all of my other vlogs so far, I wanted to give you guys a lot of value and talk about a topic that is not just talking about what I'm training right now, but also something that you can take away and apply in your life. And the topic for today's video is how you do anything is how you do everything. And the first time I ever heard this quote was from my former powerlifting coach, Izzy from Powerlifting to Win. And in case you haven't seen my interview that I did with him, then make sure to click on the link in the description below because you'll get to learn so much from that interview. And then more recently, I heard this quote again when I was listening to Andy Frizella's podcast with Bedros Keuilian, where he said the same thing.
You might not get $100,000 a year to make fries, but what you did get is a habit that you can apply to other areas of your life that will make you $100,000 or more a year.
Because how you do anything is how you do everything.
And fortunately, I've had the opportunity to meet Bedros this February when I was in Florida. And as you can see in the picture over here, Bedros is actually the author of this book called Man Up, which is again an excellent book and I highly recommend it. But he said this quote again, and this quote really hit me hard because this is something that I've observed in my own life as well. Now, for me, growing up, I was extremely overweight. I was actually obese, and even as a teenager, my waist used to be almost 50 inches. And to be honest, this was a very bad time in my life because it seemed like everything was going against me, and I wasn't getting anywhere with my life. And I often struggle with things like not being motivated, being lazy, all of those things, right? But then things started to change once I started to go to the gym regularly. Once I figured it out and I was pursuing this goal of losing all this weight, I eventually went on to lose well over 125 pounds. But the biggest I would say change has been not just been physical, but it's also been the mental change that came about by pursuing this goal. And when I heard this quote, it really hit me because I wouldn't be where I am in my life today if I had not pursued this goal. And what I'm trying to say over here is that because I was pursuing this goal of losing over 125 pounds, I was putting in the work every single day, whether I felt like it or not. In fact, I used to go to the gym twice a day, almost every single day, while I was losing this weight because I had this goal in mind. My goal was to lose 100 pounds in a year. So I broke that goal down to weekly goals, which breaks down to about 2 pounds a week. And I was really pursuing this goal. In fact, some people even called me obsessed with my goal. And I definitely did not mind that because I knew that, I have to do this. And this system of setting goals and also working hard towards my goals in the gym actually carried over to other areas of my life as well. Because once I achieved those goals, I thought to myself, what else can I achieve? What else, what other goals can I set? And how do I reach those goals? So this one thing led me to become better at a lot of things. And the reason why I'm sharing this in my powerlifting vlog is that last year was actually the first year I did not compete. So the reason why I love powerlifting is that it gives you a system of focusing more on your training and hitting your numbers and getting stronger over time. So it's something that I really look forward to. But last year I did not compete in powerlifting. I was still working out, I was still training hard in the gym, but I didn't really have any solid goals that I could look forward to. And for this reason, I I'll be completely honest over here. I became a little bit complacent in terms of my training, and I was almost like cruising along. I did achieve some other goals. I did a mini cut and I lost 20 pounds just to drop into another weight class. But I found that because I was getting a little bit lazy in the gym and not really pushing myself that hard, that I also became complacent in other areas of my life. And it comes back to the same thing. How you do one thing is how you do everything. And for me, working out and the gym has become like an anchor. Just like The Rock, you may have heard The Rock say that the gym is his anchor as well.
Training and some sort of physical activity becomes my anchor every day. Try and stay focused. For me, I got to get up at 3:45 in the morning. I do my cardio, I'll have my breakfast, then I'll go train and hit the iron, then I'll go to set. And if I could get those things done before I go to set, then I could work for the next 12, 14, 16 hours. Fun part is the strategy behind it. Training for a role like Ballers is different than training for a role like Baywatch, Fast and Furious. For a role like San Andreas, they're all different because if you do anything, you never want to do anything half-assed, especially when it comes to your training. Get in, be intense, execute on it, and then get out.
And for this reason, I highly recommend that if you don't work out right now regularly, or if you don't train for anything, then you need to do that, because that's soon gonna be your anchor. And oftentimes, if anyone wants to improve their lives, the first thing I recommend is that you focus on the physical part of it, getting better, getting healthier, getting stronger, because doing something physical is way easier than making a different kind of change, let's say a mental change or forming good habits. Forming good habits when it comes to fitness is way easier to get started. But the thing is, these habits that you develop through fitness and strength training, they carry over to other areas of your life. And if you ever read the book called The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, staying healthy and staying fit is actually one of what is known as a keystone habit, because one of those the reason why the keystone habits are important is because if you develop this one habit, it usually carries over to other good habits as well. So it's very important to find your anchor, and I've found without fail that if you find your anchor in the gym or working out, and if you do this consistently, your life will soon start to become way better than before. Now, as far as my training goes, I'm actually very happy because I'm an entire weight class lower than before, but I've actually maintained pretty much all of my strength. In fact, this Friday I did squats with 355 pounds for a double, followed by another set of a single. And this is great because the last time I competed was in November of 2017, and my third attempt or my best squat was actually 357.5 pounds, weighing about 183 pounds or so. So right now I'm sitting at about 160 pounds, and I just doubled about the same weight. So to me, that's just great progress. So even though I got a little bit complacent last year and wasn't really pushing myself in terms of powerlifting, I'm so happy that I've been able to maintain my performance. And I really want to thank my coach as well for taking care of me for the last 2 years or so, because he's not only given me an excellent program for me to make progress, but also he's helped keep me safe and prevent injuries, and he's developed a program over the years for me that really works for me and my busy schedule as well. So a huge shout out to Sean. In case you haven't been to his website, he has a website called openpowerlifting.org, and if you ever competed before, then your name is probably on that website. And also you can look up different lifters and their lifts over time, because it's the largest database of powerlifters and powerlifting meets. So last Friday, which was my intensity day, I did 2 sets of squats. One was a double with 355, and then I also did a single again with 355 just to work on that technique and depth. Squats felt way better than last week in terms of my technique, and I've also been working with my friend Kevin, who is a chiropractor, and we've filmed a couple of videos in the past before, and we're just visiting him about once a month or so has also helped me stay healthy. And then I did some touch and go bench press with 185 pounds with 4 reps, and I did about 3 sets of this. And then I did a set of deadlifts where I just did a single with 4 or 5 pounds. It moved pretty fast, but my technique could have been a little bit better. But I'm so happy because I really have not been training my deadlifts, but this time I'm still able to pull 4 plates without training it much at a body weight of 160 pounds. So that's just great progress overall. But anyway, my meet is this Saturday. I'll make sure to film a lot of videos with all my lifts, and I'm so excited to finally step back on the platform. I've done my best in terms of my training. Sure, I could have done a little bit better in terms of getting better recovery and things like that, but so far I'm happy that I put in the work, and now it's just time to see how what kind of gains I've made over the last year of training. So thank you so much for following along. If you have any questions for me, make sure to leave a comment down below, and until then, stay strong.